All right. Welcome, 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 my beautiful people. We are, as usual, very happy to have you guys here. There is nothing else that keeps us awake at night, if not for the well-being of our people. We are happy to have you guys here. You're always in our hearts. We just want you guys to live life abundantly. Not the one written in the Bible, or not the one written by the pastor, like living it out here on earth. And not the one that will rapture you and take you to heaven after you have suffered. And no, 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 no. We want our brothers and sisters to be living it up right here and right now. So, welcome to the program. My name is Mona Chimsada. Please help us to share and like and subscribe so we can get this message across. You've seen our topic about the knowledge not being the power, but but rather the application of the knowledge that is the power. So there is definitely more to come. Join us and continue to help us to share. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you, our viewers, new subscribers, those that are stumbling on this video for the first time. Thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing. For our old returnees, we appreciate you. Thank you for the work you're doing, the sharing and everything. We appreciate what you're doing. My name is AP. Yes, of course, like my sister said, we're here to make us understand that it's not just knowing something, it's applying what you know that brings that power that you're looking for. So please hang in there. We're going to be playing our music so that we'll wait for people to join us as we share, to other platforms. We have a lot of platforms that are following. So please bear with us so that we can share with them and then we move. Thank you.
All right, brothers and sisters, continue to help us to share and like so we can get this program started. How are you? Hopefully, your week went as well as it should. Hopefully, it was uneventful. All right, so let's kick off with our topic today, which is knowledge is not power, but rather the application of knowledge is the power. Let me repeat that in a slow motion. That knowledge, because for so many years we've been told that knowledge is power. And today we are telling you the other way around, that knowledge is not power, but rather the application of the knowledge is the power, right? So for too long, for far too long, our people have been told that knowledge is power, but we know that half the truth. As a matter of fact, we know better now that knowledge that stays locked in pages or rots in dusty degrees is as dead as the chains still clicking in our minds. When we talk about real power is knowledge in motion, is truth with its sleeves rolled up, is marching, is building, is resisting. We've been fed lies since our birth that we, the so-called Nigerian or Nigerians, we are one nation, I guess under God or devil. That lies make us not free. But what kind of freedom silences your voice? What kind of union thrives on deceit? The so-called 1999 Constitution was not ours. It was not made for the people or by the people. Rather, it is a relic, a trap, a contract that we never signed. And so we remain a people colonized in disguise, our culture battered, our minds hijacked, our children growing up in confusion, thinking that this is all that life is all about. But something new came to our horizon. Ninas came to our rescue, not with guns, but rather with the truth. They did not come with war, but rather they came with the same law that they enslaved us with. They are teaching us to demand what is ours, which is our sovereignty. Our sovereignty allows us to choose. It allows us to rebuild. It allows us to be whole. Brothers and sisters, this is time for us to not just learn, for us to apply. This is time for us not just scroll, but for us to share. This is a time for us to rise. Because when knowledge becomes action, the power becomes ours. We must break the chain to return towards what was stolen. We must build a future that is free, rooted, and rising. We must do what? We must apply the knowledge to get this work done. Thank you. So while my sister adds, I will pull up the video of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, my sister. Thank you, our viewers. Remember, this is an interactive show. We take your comments, we read them, even throughout the week. The ones that you send, we also read them in our show. If you want to call, the number is also up there, posted. And if you want to join us in the link, through the link, you can also join. It's interactive, so people comment and we read them out and all that. So, yes, we have been lied to. Everything they told us. PLO posted something on his page. He said the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot unlearn the many lies they've been taught to believe. I'll read it again. The illiterate of 21st century is not going to be those that could not read or write. It will be those who cannot unlearn the many lies they've been taught to believe. Good morning, Henry Ivan. Thank you so much. Good morning. You're welcome. Sorry, is the video ready?
Not yet. I'm about to.
Okay. So we need to unlearn so that we can learn. Because it's like they put garbage in us all these years. For years. So please take out all the garbage they fed you with and open your mind so that we can begin to think critically and learn. Our video is up, so we'll continue after the video. Thank you.
You there, second desk at Blue Jacket. What is your name?
My name is Alexis.
Alexis, please leave my lecture room. I don't want to see you at one of my lectures ever again.
I don't understand.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Just the video. The video stopped.
Okay, so let me just refresh.
Okay. Our brother Obi Kwama say it is inherited lies. Yes. Yes. They fed us. We swallowed it for generations. My people's na arụ gba ahụ, ọ bụla omenala. If somebody brings evil and maybe a evil practice, bad practice, and people embrace it, take it, and you did not stop it, it will become your culture.
Right?
So we have been fed lies and we have been living lies. So now on this platform, we want to learn. That's why it's community of truth. And we're not going to push things into people's mind. No, no. When we say it, you go and research. You will go find out for yourself. In fact, when you research, you might even find more that we didn't even say. Is the video still coming? You're still
Yes.
refreshing it? Okay. When you're ready, I'll keep quiet, please. So when you dig, because under 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes that we run this show, we are not able to tell you all the truth that we found out. But the thing is, I will give you tips. Then you will go and research more. You'll be fine. You'll be surprised the things you will see. And thank God for social media. The algorithm will start pulling out more and more and more and more for you. So open your mind, please. Let your mind be open. Let's unlearn so that we can learn what we can relearn. Thank you.
You there, second desk at Blue Jacket. What is your name?
My name is Alexis.
Alexis, please leave my lecture room. I don't want to see you at one of my lectures ever again.
I don't understand.
I am not going to ask a second time. Thank you.
Please bear with us. This video, I don't know why it's doing what it's doing.
I know. I played it all over and over today. Now we're showing
Yeah.
it play.
And we'll try and post it also in our show so that you see it, you can watch it. So we'll tell you the story. This is like a classroom. The professor came in, picked on this what the black lady, and told her to get out of the class. He just say, "You, what's your name? Get out of the class." And he's like, "What did I do?" He said, "Get out of class. Don't ever come to my class anymore." And they were just watching. And then she went out. And nobody said anything. And then he asked the class, "Why didn't you say something? Why did you keep quiet?" And people were giving excuses, saying this and saying that. So you see, when we lived as a community, we held each other accountable. Anybody knowing us on this platform that we are not really here to do blame game. We have failed as a people completely. We
All
failed.
of us.
All of us.
All of us.
All of us. We failed as a people and we want to retrace our roots. We want to get back. My people's that you go and dig out what fell inside the water, bring it out. We failed as a people. We failed our children. We failed the next generation. And we are ready to do it. So, like our topic said, knowledge is not power. You know that you're suffering in Nigeria. Does that make you powerful? You went to school, read everything that you read. Did that make you powerful? No. It is the knowledge that you apply, the action you take. My people's na aka melazu. Mbako. Aka melazo o ji wee gbakọ. That means it is human hand that made the fish to bend. You see that fish that you go to buy, or that dry fish you see, it didn't come out naturally bent. It is the people processing it that brought the fish and bent it. So it is our responsibility as a people, as a community, to fix things. Like we said earlier on, when we lead as community, we held each other accountable. But now, under the white man's, the colonialist version of democracy, because the problem is not democracy, the problem is the version of the colonial democracy. What is democracy? Because here we reason democracy, demo, people, the power of the people, people's rule, people's authority, the people. But under colonialism and neo-colonial project, people lost their voices. People, they introduced, like we told you, that colonialism came with three things: fear, ignorance, and military terror. When people were told that what they believed in, their own thing, their own ways of doing things, were inferior, it is not okay. And new ways were brought. And then the people lost their voices. The people lost their confidence. No one to speak or defend the weak and the vulnerable in the society, unlike how it was before during ancient times. Religion taught the people not to judge. It said, leave judgment for God. That wasn't our culture, at least in Igbo culture. We, the people, we judge. If you do something that is wrong, somebody does something that is wrong, the people will collectively condemn it and say, this is not right. If they feel that you have to make atonement for what you have done, you will make that atonement. But no, the church said, go and confess to pastor, reverend father. Reverend father, Reverend father, I say, go, you are good now. And my people say, so that evil that was done in the ancient times, when you do certain things, you must appease the land. You must come out and appease the land and be exposed. When you don't do that, another person will do it. Another person will do it. Another person will do it. Then it becomes a culture. It becomes a new culture. So religion taught us, no, not judge. Touch not my anointed. Meanwhile, anointed is touching all of us. Say, touch not my leave judgment for God. Which God? Those who spoke were terrorized by government and security forces. We saw what happened to our brother Ijele. Ijele, you're welcome. I can cite you, the king of the game. Welcome. And welcome from where they took you to. So we saw what happened to him. What crime did he commit? He spoke out against religion. He spoke out against Alwa Neme, against people that are doing fake freedom, using it to kill our people and destroy our people. He spoke out. That's all he committed. That's the crime.
So
They
sad.
terrorized him. Yeah, are you saying something?
No, I say it's so sad that there was a church, the so-called children of God.
Yes, yes. They used the colonial government power to pick him and kept him for over a year, right? It's terrible. So those who spoke, if you speak, they terrorize you so that you keep quiet and not speak again. And evil will continue. So the people became unable to prevent injustice or stop oppressors. And most oppressors are friends of the church. My sister wants to play another video. So that, because like we said, we're here to talk to ourselves. We're not here to talk blame games. No. We talk to ourselves
We want
because
to fix it.
we want to
That's
fix it. Yes. You know it, then what are you going to do to make the things right. It's not just knowing it, because there's no power in knowledge. The real power is in the application of knowledge. When you get the information, what are you now doing with the information so that you fix problems in the society and make things all right? Okay, go ahead, my dear.
Problem with us as African people, we so used to being told what to do by white people that when it's time to be told what to do by black people, we want to get rebellious. We don't like internal racial authority because we ain't used to it. The white man told us he's the only person we got to listen to. So when we're all around black folks, we want to act a fool, but we never act a fool around the Caucasian. I need you to recognize the self-hate within yourself and tear it out. Because if you don't kill the Caucasian in you, the Caucasian in you will kill the black liberation struggle. My brothers, your sisters are not your problem. My sisters, your brothers are not your problem. We got to stop this back and forth male and female nonsense. United we stand, divided we fall. God made the woman to need the man, and God made the man to need the woman. The masculine principle and the feminine principle in nature are equal. One is not better than the other. So we have to stop blaming each other for problems that racism gave to all of us.
Need to be seen to be believed. Here's one of them.
Problem with us as African people.
So we want conversation. Our brother, the king of the game, said the church was a cover. It's the politicians. Yes, we have said it before. The politicians work with the church people, the church so-called misrulers, leaders, church leaders. They work hand in hand. It's partnership. The politicians give them money. They use it to buy private jets, and then they will talk to their people. And politicians, their church members, we vote to the politician. It's the game. It's the game. It's a elite game. So they're all together in it. They are bedfellows. So Brother Okoma said, monetized democracy is mostly the problem. Igbo democracy was never monetized. Bam! Opugie. He has said it. Igbo democracy was never monetized. That is why it mainly worked for them. They had no interest to defend it. Period. As if he read our mind. Because this is what we wanted to come and tell our people. That democracy started in Igbo land. Constitution, Igbo people had constitution. They know it. The problem is the corruption of that democracy. Chika Okpala said, application is the key indeed. Exactly. Thank you. Yes, please keep it going. We're bringing we want to be very engaging. So, in ancient times, we listened to and respected one another. Our opinions mattered. But the white man, the colonialist, of course, when we say the white man, we're not talking about all the white people or white skin. No, that's not what we're talking about. The system, the colonial system, because we have friends that are white. We are married to them. We have to. So we are not. It's not a race. No, it's the system. We're only saying where the system came from. The colonial system taught us that we are stupid and we have nothing to offer. They called us natives, villagers. Everything that we did, they called it was nonsense and evil. They lied against us. Like Igbo land, where we adore Ejima. When we look at Ejima as blessing, even plants. If your plantain comes double, we are happy. If your yam brings double, we are happy. If your goat brings double, we are happy. How will it now be human beings? We start killing them. No, we didn't kill our Ejimas. That's why we have Ejima. Even in Yoruba land. Kehinde, please write the second one for us. There are two names. In Hausa land, Haruna, and they have name for twins. The first one and the second one. Those that know of them, please put in the platform for us. Because this is interactive. We are telling you that we are here to uncover the lies. so that we begin to do what we're supposed to do. So they made us believe that we are stupid, and we lost our confidence as a people. They made us believe that we could not solve problems. That's why sitting down as indigenous peoples, indigenous ethnic nationalities, to discuss how to constitutionally reconstruct Nigeria has become like a mission impossible.
What do you?
We know what it is. We know where the problem started. Sorry. We know where the problem started. We knew that we are indigenous kingdoms. Yoruba kingdom, Igbo kingdom, Yoruba kingdom, Ijo kingdom. We were interacting before colonialism came. But after colonialism, we could not sit down and talk and negotiate and put things that will work for all of us so that there will be justice for all. We began to practice the fake monetized democracy that the white man brought to us. Meanwhile, before the white man came, we had systems. We had. Let's watch our brother, and so that we'll continue from there. Thank you.
African, please scroll. And if you're African but religion has made you deaf to logic, please scroll as well, because what I'm about to say will not massage your religious ego. It will bruise it instead. It will confront the spell under which you live. Let's get one thing straight. Prayer doesn't change nations. People do. Systems do. Leadership does. Education does. And until we Africans understand that, we'll keep kneeling while the world keep building. Aren't you tired of watching the continent with the most prayer warriors languishing in abject poverty? Aren't you tired of binding imaginary demons while our real enemies, poverty, illiteracy, corruption, and tribalism, walk free? My mother lives in a crescent about 600 meters long, and in that 600 meters, there are 3 churches, not a single school, not a clinic, not a drainage system. We are overcharged and underdeveloped. You fast, pray, cast and bind and wait for miracles, while nations that don't even believe in your God.
So I don't know if this is my internet or what. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I think it's just the video that is playing games. Okay.
Yeah. Well, most of these videos, we'll post them on our wall. And please subscribe on our YouTube, because when you subscribe, it will make the community bigger, and then the message we get to our people more and more. We are trying to correct the mistakes that people before us made. Like we said on this platform, we don't lament. We are problem solvers. We get the information, apply it, and then do what we need to do. That's what is being done where we live. Where we are traveling to, that's what they did. They've noticed their problem, identified their problem, accurately diagnosed their problem, got a solution, applied it, and it worked for them. So we must set aside every strange thing, every lie that we have learned from our colonizers, and begin to critically think again, like our ancestors did. Of course, when we talk about our ancestors, it doesn't mean that if your ancestors, due to lack of material, because then we didn't have a lot of materials, so they wore skimpy things. It doesn't mean that if you get to London, you guys start wearing skimpy things so that code will finish you because you want to be like your ancestors. So understand what we're saying. The basic things that our ancestors did: love for humanity, justice, likeness, peace, respect, mutual respect. So before the colonizers came, our sister, somebody, I think it said Onyoji or something, he wrote an article through the week. So we'll read part of it. He said, before the colonizers came, Africans already had spiritual systems. Back then, we knew how to connect with the ancestors. We could tap into the spirituality. He said we understood energy, nature, vibrations, healings. Our ancestors were calling down rain when drought was there. we were healing ourselves. Like from my lineage, my ancestors dealt with Hamatan. They were able to control when Hamatan should come and when Hamatan should stop, because all those things affect fertility. That's harvest. Our ancestors knew how to heal ourselves. We were not lost. We were rich. We were spiritually and mentally rich. But what did the colonial masters do? They labeled them evil. They took it away from us. They banned our knowledge. There was an exchange. In replacement, they gave us their own white God, the blue-eyed Jesus Christ, the God that looks like the colonizer. The angels became white. God became white. Jesus Christ became white with blue eyes. Meanwhile, through history, we knew where these people came from. Why did they do that? Why did they make that replacement? They had this power over us because the gun was in their hands. However, you can't kill what is divine. You can only contain it. But guess what? Their time is up. Like we said, on this platform, we don't come here to lament. We come to teach, have conversations so that we can begin to apply the knowledge that we are getting. Okay. You see Jesus. Most wanted. This is the most wanted guy. In Russia, they arrested one that was looking like this. I think in Kenya also, they arrested. His companies are all the big churches in Nigeria and Africa. Church of Rome, the one they call Catholic. Church of England, the one they call Anglican. Of course, evangelical churches, Pentecostal churches, you see the business centers. Ordinarily, we wouldn't care about who you worship and what you worship. In our ancestor, in ancient times, we didn't really care. Your spirituality was an individual thing, your personal thing. Like we say, Onya na Chia, you and your God. We didn't care. But why we care now is because they are using it to brainwash our people, group our people, steal from them, and colonize them, enslave them. That's why we are talking now. That's why it has become an issue. So these people made us to forget who we are so that they can easily manipulate us. It's for manipulation. It's not for you to be spiritually sound. They made all these changes for manipulation so they can manipulate us. You know, when they manipulate you, they steal your resources. They taught us their own version of God. They taught us their own version of beauty. Women, we began to relax our hair. We began to put blue eye because the one that we have, our crown, our hair that is so beautiful, it's fake. You can't use it and come. You can't. They tell you can't manage it, and it's looking tacky. They tell you looking this and looking that, attacking your confidence. They gave us their own version of history. Some of us are still carrying it around. Oh, Ironsi did this one. This were their own version of story. Just like they said that the Igbos committed coup in 1966. It's their version of the history. That's what they've done. When they come, like misinformation, lies, propaganda, they have school for it. It's all part of the colonial project. Their own version of reality, their own version of spirituality. They replaced our own with theirs. But you know what? Right now, we are beginning to remember. We, the people, the indigenous peoples, we are beginning to remember. And that's where their fear is. They fear that most. Remember when they took our people into slavery? The first thing they will do is change your name, change your identity. Make sure you don't read anything that will make you know who you are. Knowledge, application of knowledge is what is power. Today, you're hearing these things. How are you going to apply them? That's where the power is. It's not just to hear it, but to apply it. They are now just using the past, the religion. There are various church denominations that are using all in Africa. Plus, more newly, the new one that bringing now is the rabbi, that Judaism from Israel. We now have rabbis, black rabbis. Our people are now wearing cap. Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo will now leave the red cap and bring that flat plate and put it on their head and be looking funny. A full-fledged Igbo man. Rather than use the red cap, Isiagu that we know, that is our own.
I guess the God is so dumb, he made the hat so small it wouldn't fit.
Yes. So
The
that
same
people-
God that told us we have to go to Italy and get olive oil before we can eat.
Exactly.
Look, yes, I remember that God. I remember.
And then we have to go to Mecca to stone the devil. You know, if your brother, if your politicians are stealing your resources, instead of you to deal with them, you have to go to Mecca with Okute to go and stone the devil there. Brainwashing, colonialism. That's what they did. They colonized our minds. So this new one that is coming, this rabbi, is another one. But meanwhile, they invented it. If Christianity is fading, they want to bring a new one so that they can put us back to sleep and keep us blind. They fear us uniting or going back to our Mecca, our chi. In my culture, like, sorry, we are Igbo women, so that's why we use Igbo language. Those, we know that there are people that are not Igbo watching us. Sorry. Please write your own in your own native tongue. Write it. Google will help us to translate it. So don't feel that, oh no, they're just talking about Igbo. No. The only reason we are using Igbo is because we are from Igbo land. We recognize that we have followers that are not Igbo. Please write your own indigenous word. Africans knew God before the white man knew how to come out of cave. And they fear that. They fear our relationship with our maker, our chi. Just like anything that nature gave us, the white man will pick it and monetize it. Nature was free. Water, free. White man will put it inside bottle and tell you that the one that is coming from the spring is not good. Instead, they will go to that place, put the one in spring, cook one and put it and write spring water and keep it for you in Walmart to be buying. But the spring that is from your village is bad. Anything that nature has given to you, spirituality came naturally. No, white man monetized it. Democracy, it's free, natural, like government of the people. People in the community knew how to organize themselves. No, white man monetized it. They fear to know that the books put together as Bible were written by our ancestors. Yes. I know sometimes when I say my people will not understand what we're saying. It wasn't originally written like Bible. When it came, it didn't come like this. It didn't come like this. It came in scrolls. Just like as I'm an individual now, I write things for my children. Your fathers handed over things to you. So people before us, ancestors, black ancestors, not white, wrote their practice, their interaction with their God, their culture and tradition. But the white man, the colonialist, went around, stole all of them, compiled them for the control of human beings. So they don't want us to know that our ancestors are the ones that wrote those ancient books. This Bible, you have about 44 authors from different cultures and tradition that recorded their way of life, the way they interacted with their God. The white man went around, picked all of them, compiled them for the purpose of controlling human race, so they can monetize spirituality. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that God, the God we are talking about, is that this God of our ancestors, the same God that our ancestors worshipped, even when there was no Bible written anywhere. They don't want you to know that. They fear that Black Americans, Afro-Caribbeans, that they will reconnect with Africa if they know the truth. And that will be a powerful force on earth. The white system has a fear of Black people. They do not want Black people to come together, so they sowed lies. We are not forgotten by God. We are the reflection of divine presence. We are still reading the article that somebody wrote. It didn't come from us. And he said, we just need to restore ourselves to him. We need to reclaim what is ours. The time is now. The author is Onyoji. He says, thank you to the Black content creators whose material went into this message. This is who we used to be. So it is time to begin to combine the ancient wealth of knowledge which we inherited from our ancestors with the little we learned from Western education. We know some of our brothers and sisters that didn't go to, like, they don't have any degree, but they're so intelligent, full of wisdom, full of knowledge. Let no one put you down. That's your knowledge, that's your wisdom. We need it. We are going to combine all and apply them in order to bring justice, equity, fairness to all indigenous peoples and nationalities. None will be left out. Even if you are 1,000 in population, you will be recognized. There will be mutual respect. There will be mutual acknowledgement. There will be mutual love. That is what we preach on this platform. We don't want you to forget where you came from. We don't want you to forget that your homeland is Igbo land, or that your homeland is Yoruba land, Ijaw land, Efik, Urobo, Hausa land, Tiv land, Idoma land. All of you, you have your boundaries, you have your languages. Diversity was created by nature. Whether you call him nature or you call him God, you call him outer space, call him energy, call him whatever, that thing came before you arrived here. We were made to be diverse. And there's beauty in diversity, but there has to be mutual respect, mutual love, mutual understanding. And we have to discuss how we want to live. If we want to form a nation, we will discuss how we want to constitute the nation. Who is part of it? Who is not part of it? And what are the terms and conditions? It is as simple as that. Our politicians that are wasting our time with their false monetized democracy, the international people know what is already happening. Your lies cannot hide anymore. So we saw a tweet. It said Transparency Tuesday, African report. It said Nigerians ruling class splashes billions on government houses. This came out on Friday, July 29th. We'll just read the tweet for us. It says, why Nigerians, that the handle is US Mission in Nigeria. It said, why Nigerians are urged to endure economic hardship like labor pains. Some governors are splurging billions on new government houses. Another one says, this post says, warns that instead of funding schools, clinics, or agriculture, leaders prioritize buildings they barely use. If you go to Abuja, you see a lot of buildings. Nobody's inside. They will use the money that is meant for infrastructure and everything that needs to happen in that space for their personal greed. After building it, they'll be just there. Another one said, there is more money, little accountability, and no priority. It says such alleged lack of physical responsibility fuels inequality and erodes public trust. Our politicians and our church rulers and traditional leaders have made it look as if it's impossible to organize a society, to build a society, to build a nation. It is not. The question is, what exactly do we do now in 2025? This 2025, Ninas is asking. He said, what do we do to terminate the 1999 Constitution and reset the distressed Nigerian Union? We have told us on this platform that what is causing problem is not lack of resources. It's not lack of human resources. It's not lack of material resources. It's not even lack of the intelligence to use these resources. The problem is Nigeria is still colonized. Why do we say Nigeria is still colonized? The constitution, the constitutional arrangement being used to govern Nigeria was not made, is not a product of the people that own Nigeria. That geographical space, the land there, it did not come from the people. I mean, the land came from the people, but the constitution being used to govern them did not come from the people. So the 1999 unitary constitution is what is causing problem in that land. That's why you can't hold anybody accountable. That's why people are greedy and doing it. That's why Fulani herdsmen are invading your lands and killing your people.
I'm bragging about it too.
I'm bragging about it. We see the videos. They're not hidden. They're finishing the work of Uthman Danfodio and Ahmadu Bello. There's enough record. We are not guessing. If you don't have the information, please go and get the information because you need that knowledge. However, we're going to apply it. We will not just know it and cross our hands. We will apply the knowledge to solve the problem for our people because we want our people to live better and we can do it. Do you want to take it from here? Because there's a question. What do you need to do?
Right. So the answer, of course, that we have been explaining on this platform over and over and over again is for us to make sure that we halt the voyage to another round of national election in 2027. Because once you go to that election, what you are doing invariably is to do what? Endorse that 1999 Constitution. What you are saying is that you are okay with what's happening to you. What you are saying is that if, what's his name, Tinubu goes again for another 4 years, the child that you would have given birth to the day he took over would have been 8 years of nonsense. Nothing changed. There's nothing. There's no future to look forward to. So we are saying that we must halt, not boycott. We must tell these criminals parading as our leaders that we are no longer going to elections until we renegotiate our sovereignty. We are no longer going to further elections until the people, the constituents, are part of this solution. It's a no-brainer. We have been shouting this from day one. And the good thing is that we have a graphic, because sometimes I guess when you talk too much, people forget what you're saying and what is the problem anyhow. But we also can say that we thank our people because now everybody's talking about constitution. So what is the problem? The Nigerian Unitary Constitution 1999 is the problem. Is what, like my sister said, is what causing all these things. That's why we go one step. We don't even go for one step forward. We go 5 million steps backwards, and then another person will come and take us 20 million backwards. So what is the solution? Turning off the tap by which the wholesome decommission of 1999 Constitution will prevail. So whoever that is allowing this whole thing to continue, we're saying, no. We can move forward. We can move forward until we get these things done. And then somebody will say, what is the mechanism? What is the mechanism to get all these things achieved? The mechanism for taking down the 1999 Constitution is the immediate shutting down preparation for further national election, by which the life of the Constitution is renewed every 4 years. Again, like I said, we are not boycotting. We are not waiting for Saint Obi or Saint Peter or Saint Paul or even Jesus Christ himself to come and tell us to go, that when he gets there, he will go to Egypt and learn how to apply electricity in Nigeria. And then when he loses, he will remind you that it's a football game, that if you lose, you go home. No recourse for our people. And then we say, what is the action? The strategy action for activating the election shutdown mechanism is to demand transitioning from these people. Tell them, listen, we need to transition. And the good thing is that we have a sample of this. This thing has been done before, or a demonstration of this. It was done in South Africa. Everybody know how that turned out. It's a matter of Tinubu and his cronies saying, Biko na nya achicha. We have chopped enough money. Our people are dying. We lack the capacity to get our people out of this quagmire. Please, we are done. We are getting down until our people can come to the table to renegotiate their sovereignty. So what is the battle cry? All we're asking you to do in your neck of the wood is to say that Ninas is right. Is to say there will be no further election under this 1999 Constitution, because we know what that will do to our people. It's also telling politicians that they must close shop. So do not let them come in the name of the Jesus, in the name of the Lord, in the name of Spirit, in the name of Atoro, in the name of Dibia, to tell you that they can get this work done. Do not let the same person that told you that Nigeria is driving a car with no engine, that when he goes to Sanusi and get his car put on, he will tell you, oh no, I know how to drive a car without engine. I know how to do it. I mean, after all, I have one watch. It's only one watch. Do not let them punk you. The good news also is that the work is almost done. If you look at the bottom of the graphic, 95% of the work is done. It's only that 5% of telling them no more elections, no more elections. And they are feeling the vibe. It's just that people are not pushing for it. The politicians are already, when they are sleeping at night, they are thinking, what I had, we are all in trouble. If they don't understand what we're trying to get done here, they will be in trouble. And the last time we checked, they all have homes all over our neighborhoods. And nobody, just the same way they park home in Abuja, nobody lives there. They park home all over our neighborhoods. Nobody live there. Not too long ago, they literally took a home, almost $1.something million home here in our neighborhood for your politicians not cutting the grass. While our people are dying of hunger, our people are rotting away. Then when they speak, the man of God, the one that tell us that what God cannot do does not exist, will lock his brother up in the name of the Lord. And his followers are clapping. You torture your brother and you think that's how you're going to get freedom? You leave what is important to pursue the one telling you, trying to save you from the fake religion that they have brought to your place with their foreign gods. So, brothers and sisters, if you want to add to what we have done already today, you can join us by calling that phone number on the screen on WhatsApp. You can also join us by clicking the link. I no longer see the link. I will add it again. Come in and give us your 2 cents. If you have a superior argument, let us hear it. If you think there's something you can do in the neck of your wood about what we are doing, join us. Join us. Don't be shy. The time for being shy is over, because we are talking about the future of our children. If you are 50 years or above, how many more years? One of my patients told me she's 65. She said she's 3/4 to the other side. You know, you're almost out. You're almost out. You don't have any You don't have any time. So if you are giving birth to your children, this is your fight. You must help to complete this journey. You must do what we need to do to tell these people it's enough. And that's all they're waiting for. I remember when we were meeting our congressmen and women here, they said, but you guys are all over here. How come Umunega are not saying anything? The same way you can be making noise where you are to say, no more all these noises, no more churches, no more religious activities. How do we stop this thing and renegotiate this mess? How do we make sure that every politician in our land is accountable for their bad behavior? Are you off? Can you go off? Oh, you went off
I'm here.
for once.
Yes. I'm here.
Oh, okay. I thought the internet was misbehaving. All right. So our brother from Nina said that the redemption pathway for the victims of unitary constitution is to force the wholesale recommissioning and dismantling of the unitary constitutional order. The start to finish mechanism for enacting the decommissioning has been placed on the table by NINAS since December 16 of 2020 by way of the 5-point proposition of the constitutional force majeure. We are not here to lament. We are saying there's a way forward. How do we make sure that we can implant the same way our enemies came and implant wrong information in our brains? How do we make sure that we implant this information so that we are not leaving it for the Lord? We are not praying in the middle of the night. We are not crying. There's a solution on the table. How do we make sure that those that want to run election understand that this solution is our priority for us to move forward? We have gotten it wrong on so many levels. We have. And every time my brother was saying that I will not take blame for what I didn't do, I say, my brother, as long as you are there, they will ask you, what did you do while all these things were happening, even if you didn't cause it?
Exactly.
What did you do? Right. You didn't cause it. What role did you play? Now that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you know. And we're saying we don't even have time. Our people are dying, hunger everywhere. We don't even have time to stop pursuing dead people. We want to know, how do we fix it? And then once we are comfortable and we are moving forward, we can now go and start looking to see who we need to get here and there.
Yeah. Remember the number. Remember the number is +234 708 960 5819. Call so that you tell us whether you agree with the solution on the table. If you don't agree, you say, okay, this is what I think should happen. Like we said, the problem of Nigeria is the foundation, the system. It's not necessarily individuals. The place individuals come in is because they are swearing to uphold that evil system. And we look back, like my sister talked about, shutting down the 2027 electoral voyage. For those that say, what do you mean by that? Okay, we're explaining. We'll break it down for you again. When you shut down, like she said, the way we are saying, oh, we don't want to do, we no go gree, we no go gree. End SARS, end this one, end that one. When you are saying end the 1999 unitary constitution, you saying let's not go for election, let's shut it down. That's the only way you demonstrate it. Because the people that will go for that election, we swear to uphold that 1999 constitution that you say you don't want. When you are running out of Nigeria, what you are saying, you are rejecting Nigeria as currently constituted. When you are trekking through the desert, running away from Nigeria that is killing you and your children, you are rejecting Nigeria. That's what you're doing. When you are swimming through the Mediterranean Sea, what you are demonstrating, what you are saying is that this Nigeria is killing me and my family members. I need to run away. So you are denouncing that Nigeria by your action.
And don't you dare get to that location and start promoting the same Nigeria. But that's what you guys
That would be hypocrisy. That would be hypocrisy. because that's what some have been doing, and it's because of some are dishonest, some are ignorant. You ran out of Nigeria that is killing you, sold your properties, sold everything, ran out with your family. Then why, wherever you ran to, you are promoting the same criminal Nigeria that drove you away from your home? Have you seen what we're talking about? People not knowing what they should know. Meanwhile, in this 2025, some people are saying, oh, 2027, be ready. You have been voting, like my sister said. You've been doing election all these years. Has it changed? It keep going from bad to worse. And Ninas is saying that today, just like they did in South Africa, where they brought down the apartheid constitution, you can bring down this worse than apartheid constitution by saying to the politicians and your church leaders, let's not go for this election. It's not election reform. It's not constitutional amendments. Let's not go for this election. Instead, let's go to transition and fix the foundation first. That's all that is being said.
That's all.
Because when you say that, you are compelling and making the politicians to start that transition that you want. When you say don't campaign, don't do it, these politicians are not foreigners. We know that colonial masters brought what they brought, but your brothers and sisters that call themselves politicians are the ones upholding that colonial structure by swearing to uphold the 1999 constitution, unitary constitution that the people did not make, that was imposed on the people. The constitution that tied the hands of all the indigenous ethnic nationalities and dispossessed them of their lands, their ancestral lands, and their resources, which is why they are running away from their lands. So that transitioning will midwife and lead to negotiated constitutional arrangement, a new one, as dictated by self-determination imperative. When you do that transitioning, all the peoples, you heard, like my sister said, the politicians hear what we're saying, they understand what you're saying. The only one not understanding is you, the masses, the victims of what the politicians are doing. You are the only one not understanding what we're saying. When we say ethnic nation, some content creators think, oh, don't call about tribe, it's tribalism. No, the problem is not tribalism. The problem is that the politicians are using your tribal differences against you, just that they are using your religious differences against you. And the only reason that is working like that is because the nation you are building was not negotiated keeping in mind of the diversity.
To serve you.
Yes. Because for you to negotiate for it, like America that we live in right now, is diverse. A lot of people are here. But it is planned, the system is planned in such a way that everybody is taken care of. I won't see somebody from another language and start laughing at the person. No. In the healthcare institution where we work, you can't do that. You can lose your job just doing that. You can't make another person uncomfortable because of his religion or his ethnicity or his where he's coming from. You can't. It's not allowed. Everybody just know, like, the system has been built. In medical school, you even learn to speak Spanish. All the hospitals, they translate to your native tongue. It is the right of the patient for the information the doctor is giving to be said in the language of the patient. No matter what, they will ask you, what is your language? Which, apart from English, what other language do you speak? Do you prefer I speak to you in your language? If you say yes, they get a translator. And that is your right. How will it now be that in our land, where we now say is our country, I cannot speak my language. You will not allow me to express myself as an Igbo
Prefect
person.
will finish you off.
You say?
I said the senior prefect will finish you up.
Exactly. You will want me to deny my identity in my land, in my ancestral homeland. Meanwhile, in America, they are promoting my identity. They want the patients to speak in their mother tongue. They want the doctor to, if you're going to sign a consent, the doctor is the responsibility of the doctor to make sure that that thing that is telling you to sign, that they are reading it to you in your mother tongue. They get a translator that will repeat what the doctor is saying in your native tongue before you sign. This is America. How will it now be that in Nigeria, I have to deny my Igbo-ness? Yoruba has to deny that they're Yoruba. Ijaw have to deny. You are made to deny your indigenous ethnic nation so that the white man and the politicians, their political puppets, can feel comfortable. That's a misnomer. So when you put a hold on the voyage to 2027, you are forcing the politicians to come to the table for discussion. It's as simple as that. Because the election is not meant for you. The election in Nigeria is by the politicians, for the politicians and their family members. You are not benefiting from it. You are only going there to support them in their game. It's a lit game. That is why you can't hold them accountable. Because you're not part of the game. Judiciary system, executive system, National Assembly. Those ones have even crossed the boundary. Akpabio, Akpamo, and his colleagues. That's impunity. The impu you can't even record it inside book anymore. So they have jumped fence in their iniquities. And all that are going on because of 1999 Unitary Constitution, the foundation upon which we are trying to build Nigeria. And we say, okay, let's sit down and discuss it. The politicians know that what we're saying is right. That's why they're running around voting billions of money to amend Constitution. Do you amend fraud? How do you amend fraud? You can't amend fraud. You discard a fraudulent document. That's what you do. The only person not understanding is you. You still arguing with us. If you can just for one moment listen to what we're saying, use your mind to critically think, then you will agree with what we're saying, that power indeed belongs to you. But it can only come to you when you apply this knowledge we are giving you. This information we are giving to you, that is when you use it. So when there's that transitioning process to self-determination, it will be self-determination for all the indigenous people. Three things, three outcomes will come from it. Three things will come. One, you will have a proper federation. Two, you could have a federation. Three, there could be emergence of independent units of successor sovereign state entities. That's what NENAS is saying. But no matter what the people agreed, it will be the people that agreed it. It will be them saying, this is what we want, this is what we have to carry on, and this is how we want to do it. Not anybody forcing anybody. It's as simple as that. My sister, you want to say something?
Yes, so I just wanted to play a quick video because a lot of us are thinking, oh, even the so-called America, that we are in this democracy. So if people in America are questioning the democracy that they have, you think you have democracy, you in your little town. You're allowing the saints to conduct elections on your behalf. Just listen to this young man and get an idea as a wrap up for what we're doing today to see that the system was definitely rigged against you. It has never, did it work? No. Okay. It was never about you. That even here, the way that they set up things is being questioned. So imagine the one that they set up for you, that you will always be answering to Tinubu and his friends, and nothing will ever come to you as a citizen. So let me play that quick video and then we'll wrap it up.
Yep.
Told us checks and balances would protect us. That lie rots in the dirt next to every other promise this system.
These people are on a mission to make sure I don't my videos. Let's try this again.
Yeah, they're doing so many things.
Okay, let's see if we will play.
Balances would protect us. That lie rots in the dirt next to every other promise this system makes. What we have now is a puppet show.
All right, let me stop sharing. Let me try to.
Yeah, we could play it and then it will be audio.
Okay, yeah, let me do it that way. See for
Yeah, because I think they are stopping like when you just give something that will make people to receive sense, they will begin to stop it and put
Right.
whatever. So if you
Okay,
just play it,
can you hear it now or no?
okay, not yet. Are you playing on your phone?
Okay, you're not hearing it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me play it on my phone then.
Yeah,
That
play
is
it on your phone so we hear the audio. Please bear with us. We need to pay attention because we are saying that the democracy you're practicing is fake. It's the colonizer's version. So it will never work for you. No
never.
matter how you cry and lament, you need to change the system. P2B is system change. Tell P2B, this is not about him being a nice person that uses one wristwatch for 20 years. Who cares? It's your personal view. If you want to use one wristwatch all the days of your life, how is that my problem? But we're saying that the system being practiced in Nigeria, the democracy, that version is the colonial version of democracy. It will never work because the 1999 Constitution is a colonial document, is a colonial constitution. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
That lie rots in the dirt next to every other promise this system made. What we have now is a puppet show where all three branches work for the same goddamn master, capital. Courts don't block tyranny anymore. They rubber stamp it. Just this week, the Supreme Court gutted the power of judges to issue nationwide injunctions, stripping the only tool left to stop sweeping executive abuse. That wasn't a misstep. It was a calculated move to clear the path for authoritarian rule. Presidents now operate like kings. With Project 2025 on the table, the plan is in motion to purge federal agencies, replace career officials with loyalists, and rewrite the government into a weapon pointed at the people. These aren't warnings. They're blueprints already in execution. Congress refuses to act. They bury their heads, count their donations, and smile while Rome burns. One side cheers it on, the other whispers about norms while doing nothing. Neither will save us. Neither gives a damn about you or me. Balance doesn't exist when every lever is rigged. Justice doesn't exist when courts fold under pressure. Democracy doesn't exist when power consolidates unchecked and unchallenged. This is how fascism rises. Not in a single violent moment, but in silence, in court rulings, in bureaucratic purges, in legislative cowardice. It's already here. Still think voting will fix it? Still think decorum will stop a machine built to crush us? There is no rescue mission. No branch is coming to defend you. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed to keep you obedient, distracted, and powerless. We don't have time to wait. Communities must become fortresses. Mutual aid must become law. Direct action must become instinct. Organize, mobilize, resist. They don't fear protests. They fear revolution. So give them something to fear. They told us checks and balances would protect.
All right. So, like you said, you are meant to be obedient, distracted, and confused.
Yes.
That's what they brought to you. They didn't bring you any democracy. They are making you do that. The more you look, the less you see. And then is the church, is your mother, is your brother, is your sister, is the witch, is the neighbor, is everybody else, but never the government. It's never the government that is about your woes. No. They didn't have any role to play. So they took your eyes away from what is actually causing the problem to diverting attention to something else. So you do not have democracy, brothers and sisters. You don't even have anything remotely close to it.
And then you'll be fighting amongst yourselves. You fight with religion, you fight with ethnicity, you fight your brother and your sister, you fight your wife and your husband, you fight your children, and you just continuously continue to fight so that you'll be distracted from main issues. And like this man said, we don't have time to waste. We don't have time to waste. 2027 is too far. 2025 is when we need to fix this problem. Continue, please.
No, it's done. So if you have knowledge, you must apply that knowledge.
Yes.
You must use that knowledge to impact the lives of our people. So if you collect your degrees from Harvard, Ndemwa, Cambridge, Oxford, you are no longer allowed to intimidate our people with your so-called goddamn degrees. If you cannot use it to change their lives, if you cannot use it to impact their current situation, if you cannot use it to improve their lives, then you need to do what? Bounce.
Yep.
Bounce back to your campus. Maybe Nonata had that degree. Get back and get me where her guy.
Yes.
Because our people are in a dire situation. We need doers. We need people that will take actions.
Yes.
We need people that will lead our people out of this quagmire. And if you are not willing to do that, you cannot come and intimidate my people with your degrees, colonial masters.
And your professor title.
And your professor titles. You're no longer allowed to do that. Use it to change the power of our people. Apply that knowledge and make their lives better. Put a stop to what is going on. And then maybe you can come out and tell us, yes, I've used my degree to impact my people, impact the lives of my people. Until next week, brothers and sisters, apply the knowledge that you have learned today. Join the Ninas movement. The template is already on the table. What we need is you, the individuals, to understand it. Our brother said, what would it take? What would it take for people to understand that we cannot move forward with this 1999 constitution? I guess we are waiting for, like one famous criminal leader said, he said, when they kill enough, when they let the other on our life a whole lot, and then what we are looking for will
They
come.
have killed enough now. Still, nothing is. They have not seen anything. They are
And
blood.
yes, we are saying as mothers, we don't need the blood of our children on the road for life to be better.
No.
We don't.
No.
And you wouldn't understand because you have not been in labor for 24 hours and no child came. And then if you be unfortunate, the child will come out dead itself. So we don't want bloodshed for our people to live life and live life abundantly.
No.
So you guys take care.
And use our brain to work. Yes.
Until next week. Okay. Do not be distracted. Do not be confused. Ask yourself, how can I apply the knowledge that I have?
Yes.
Take care.
Bye. Love you.